Today's video is brought to you by Oxido LED lighting. You might think that you can see just fine at night. Well, I did too, until I did this little upgrade. As you can see from this footage, here is some before Oxido LED lighting, and here is some after Oxido LED lighting. The difference is amazing. With high brightness and easy installation, Oxido LED lighting is definitely the route for you. They're easy to install, and they're available for all makes and models. Click on the link in the description below and enter promo code 612MOTORSPORTS at checkout to get yourself 15% off. Now back to our video. Hello and welcome back to another episode of 612 Motorsports. In today's episode, we're working on a 2002 Chevy S10 Xtreme. As you can see, it's sitting here behind me. Just had a bath, so she's looking prime and sharp. You can't have a dirty vehicle, especially black, in the summer. So, what we're going to do today, kind of excited for. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Probably should have been one of the very first things we ever did to this truck when we got it, but you know, it's kind of done. It's 50-50, and it came that way, and well, now it's just part of the deal where I'm like, I'm tired of it the way it is. We need to correct it, and today we're tinting windows. But before we get too far into today's episode, come on, you guys know the routine by now. Go ahead, hit that subscription button, the notification bell, leave a comment, a thumbs up, all that stuff. It's super helpful. It's very greatly appreciated. Actually, a subscription or a thumbs up, those things are the best way to help support the channel here, and it's free. So go ahead and do those. Also, leave comments below. What do you guys think? Do you like tinted windows? Do you not like tinted windows? What are your thoughts? Right now, we're fishbowling on the doors, and we've got tint in the back, but it's got dust and hair and stuff in it. It's not the best, so we're going to go ahead and rip all that out and redo everything the same 20% and get her looking really nice. Dark windows on a dark truck, really going to set things off nice. So let's go ahead and get some of that old tint off, and I have a special trick to do so. If you'll come over here, you'll see I have this contraption around over here, and oh yeah. So this is a steamer, and it's used for like removing wallpaper and crap, whatever that attachment is. But this steam, you know, it doesn't matter how old or new the tint is, this will heat up the glue nice, and it allows the glue to come off when you're peeling the tint off, as opposed to the glue staying on the glass, and then you're trying to chisel that off with whatever. It can be a real pain in the butt. So we're going to go ahead and start by removing the old stuff and get all the glass clean and ready to receive the new. Here I'm just steaming this bad boy up. I start at the edge. You'll notice I did open this window up, but I just want to get the edge good so that I can get my razor blade behind there. Since this opens up here, I can come from up here. Maybe. And unfortunately this fills up with water, so you gotta shake it out once in a while or you'll burn yourself because it'll spit all over you. But this is some old tint too. You can see where it's coming off, and sections or layers, so that is something to pay attention to. You don't want to put new tint over some of that half-old stuff. And it does peel off really nice, hardly leaves any residue. Just make sure you get all of it off. See how the difference is when you don't use the steam. It's a little more snappy and not so pliable. It does get hot.
Wait, you could tell it just split right in two right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this just came right apart.
Yeah.
That's just bad tint and it's old tint, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on. And then while you've got the steam, that's the best time to go
clean.
ahead and scrape with your blade.
All that glue.
Anything that stayed will come off now. Bubble gum.
See what?
It looks like bubble gum.
It does look like bubble gum. That stringy stuff that you get the bubble with the baseball player on the front.
Big league shoe.
The big league. The big league. All right.
So I got this corner tore out so that I got all of the edge exposed. So now I'm just going to try to walk it along here. the old stuff off, and I went ahead and used some isopropyl alcohol and scraped all the window again with some razor blade and that, just to make sure we got all the adhesive off. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw this back piece on. So she looks pretty good in here now. We've got all the corners tightened up. Getting around here is pretty snazzy, but she's good now. So that looks really nice. Back window turned out pretty good, minus this little thing. You probably can't see it, but I know it's there and it's gonna bother me. And I'm probably gonna end up taking this out and replacing it. Just because I have that kind of OCD. Alright, so it's getting a little late for tonight, and I am going to wrap things up here. Mike's got to get home. I'd like to thank him for helping me out here today with some camera work. Always a pleasure. Good friend of mine, and if you don't know him, you should. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and kind of wrap things up for us here tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. For you, it's going to be about 3.5, 4 seconds, but we'll see you in a few. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is a few days later, and we are back finishing up the window tint. I did go ahead and replace that rear window already. If you remember, we had a little crease in there, and it was right in the center. Totally was not happy with it. You could not see it from the outside, but from the inside you could. So today we're going to wrap up the doors, which will finish off our project. Now I have, because I'm a little OCD and I'd like this thing really nice, I'm not a professional at this. I just have done it a few times and I'm pretty comfortable doing it. But to make it look really good, I have gone ahead and removed the door panels already, so that I can get the tint down in here nice, and I can clean that good too, all the way in that gap there, because the tint's going to come down so far, and when you have the door panel on, you've got those little whiskers, that little seal that slides up against the glass, and that can get dust and little hairs and things in the tint and cause some little issues and little bubbles. So I took them off, and we are going to do this proper and have no issues, hopefully. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with these. I do have to hook the window switches back up so that I can roll up and down the windows to get this project finished, but we're gonna crack on it and get going. stuff is why I wanted to clean out in there real good, just to make sure that we have good adhesion. Alright, boys and girls, there it is. It's finally done. As you can see, it's a little deceiving, right? You can see pretty good through. But when it's dark, it's gonna be pretty nice. Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't done this a lot sooner, especially spending half of my time in Florida where it really counts to have your windows tinted. But it looks really good now. I am super happy. When you look at it from this angle, it doesn't look too bad, so I'm hoping I won't get stopped. But I feel like as soon as I get sideways on, it's pretty dark. So see if I can get some of this glare gone, but there it is. Looks pretty good. It's the same all the way around. So I just can't open my windows for about a week. Really let the sun bake that on. We'll be set. Well, that's going to wrap things up for us here today. I hope you enjoyed. You have seen me tint windows several times in the past, especially S10s, but got to share it with you anyways, right? Because that's what we do. We work on S10s, we film them. We work on cars in general. We film it and we post it. So I hope you like what you see here. As always, stay positive, work hard, and make it happen.